What is going on, you guys? Welcome back. And in this fall makeup look, I'm going to be starting off with some Urban Decay setting spray, primer spray, and I'm just going to spray it all over my face because it's really refreshing. I really like it. It's something I don't use quite often. So, yeah, I'm just rubbing that in my face and getting all over my every crack and crevice because I've been very dry lately. And then next, my favorite product lately is the Tarte Maracuja oil, and I'm just gonna take about that much and just do that little Instagram thing with the oil and just start rubbing it in and all over my eyebrows, my face, my neck, and my ears, and I even put the residue like the residue on my hair. So now I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm using the e.l.f. retractable pencil, and I believe it's in deep brown because my eyebrows are very dark. I don't know why, but yeah, so I'm just combing them out, and then I usually brush them down, and then I carve out the top part of my brow first, and then I comb it and then do the bottom. And I've been kind of messy with it because I've been doing the whole, well, you'll see my next step because I'm just getting my tail, and sorry about the lighting, you guys. You guys will get a better lighted video next time. So now that I'm done combing my brows, I'm just gonna find any spot that's messed up or then just double check, and I think we're good to go right there. So now I'm going to take a angled brush by Vanity Planet, and then I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm going to be just wiping it on the cap like I usually do, and I'm going to focus because, yeah, lighting problems. And I'm going to take my angled brush and just start carving my big old brows and make them nice and clean because I need to get them done. But so I'm just going to keep carving them out. I use quite a bit because I sometimes like to drag it onto my eyelid as kind of like a eyeshadow primer. And then as I'm doing that, I'm just making sure it all blends out correctly because Tarte's concealer really dries quickly, I've noticed. And I'm just going to buff it out with a little blending brush from Real Techniques, I believe that one was from. And I didn't take any powder. I'm just taking like just the brush and like buffing it out myself. And now that that eye is good, I'm gonna do the same thing but just to the other eye. I think my least favorite eyebrow is the one that I'm doing right now because it's very rounded compared to the other one. Like the first brow I did was more angled, and now I have to like kind of make my own angle, and I hate it. I hate it. I never do it right. And I'm just gonna keep carving that out, and it takes quite a bit because I do the same thing, drag the concealer onto my eye and look at myself. And yeah, now that those are done, I believe we're gonna start on some eyeshadows. So now the palette, Jaclyn Hill, dun dun dun. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I recently got this. Like, I was so late to the Jaclyn Hill party. And I got it from Morphe. I'm going to be using a Morphe brush. I don't remember which one it was. Probably the M573 from my knowledge. And I'm just going to take a transition shade. I don't know the name of it. Sorry. It's on the palette. I know. And I'm just going to buff that into my eye as a transition shade and to kind of set the concealer that doesn't need to be set. So I'm just gonna keep buffing that out and then do the same thing to the other eye. I really do like the Morphe brushes because they're very, very, very soft. And it looks good to me. And now I believe we're gonna end that off and finish blending. Jeez, key to blending eyeshadow is just bland, girl, bland. And now, what am I doing here? I am just finding the next brush that I'm going to be dipping the Pretty Red shade on the third row, and I'm going to buff that into my inner corner and kind of like just pack it on the best that I could and just keep blending because it's a very dark shade. I know you usually go like the lightest shade, the next lightest shade, dark, and then like really dark. So I'm just going to keep blending that out. That way it doesn't look too harsh. and then do the same thing to the other eye. And I just completely just kind of get messy with it because I'm going to clean it up later, and just keep buffing that out. It's I love the palette because how soft the eyeshadows are, and they're very easy to blend. I believe that was everyone's favorite part about it, and I totally agree. So I'm just keep putting some color there because I want it to be quite defined. And I'm just going to even it out now, make sure everything's all good to go. And then once that's done, I take that first brush that I used and I go back into that transition shade and I just pretty much blend out the crease and make sure the colors are good to go and they're together. And then I'm pretty sure now I'm going to take the M441 brush. Oh, there's my dog! And I'm going to take a pretty dark shade up in the bottom right corner. And I'm just going to pack it on really heavy. And then I'm going to put it right in the inner depth of my eye. I'm just going to pack it on as much as I can without it making too harsh, and then blend as I go because it's pretty much a black color. It's like, it's not black, it's like brown black. So I'm going to blend it as much as I can. I'm going to keep looking, make sure it looks good, and then just blend as I go. Keep blending because it's a dark shade, so you got to blend as much as you can. And then I'm doing the same thing to the other eye because it's got to look even with this look, otherwise it's going to look way off. And once that is done, I'm pretty sure I go back into the second brush that I use and I go into the second dark color that I use for this look. And I pretty much just mash the two colors together, that way it looks even. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And then keep looking up, making sure it's even, going in. And once that's done, just blend, my friends. That's all you gotta do, is just frickin' blend. Then now that we're done with the eyes, it's looking a little crazy, so I'm gonna take some NARS Creamy Concealer and Custard and just kind of cut the corners real good, and then take a angled brush by Vanity Planet, the same one that I used on my brows, and I'm just gonna pretty much wing it out. And the lighting gets kind of bad here, but I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. And then I look up to make sure it looks even, that it doesn't look off, and it looks like a wing as I see. Do the same thing to the other eye. And I don't put as much because that way when I blend it, it doesn't look like patchy. And it's a nice steady wing for my eyeliner that I will show you in the next clip. And now that we're done with that, we're going to do some winged liner. I'm going to take the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is like my favorite eyeliner of all time, and I am so obsessed with it. Everyone was obsessed with it when it just came out. And I'm going to pretty much follow that line that I did with the concealer and just wing it and be kind of slow with it because this pen, it's a pen. So you got to be really careful with it. Otherwise, as I just did there, I was like, oh my God, wow. And then once I make the wing, I just go into my corner and I go as close to the upper lash line as I can, and I just connect the wing to that. And then when I'm done with that, I just make sure it's pretty flawless. And after that, I'm just going to go in and fill in the wing. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this eyeliner is that it's not as black as I expected it to be. But this eyeliner does not move. I've cried in this eyeliner, I've sweat in this eyeliner, and it does not move, I promise you. So just a couple coats wouldn't hurt. So now that I'm done with the eyes, I'm going to move on to some mascara. I'm going to do the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, my OG fave. I'm going to do some coats on my lashes, and I'm going to do the first eye. I bought a new one because the one that I was using was just about a year old, and it was kind of making my eyes irritated. So when I'm done with that, I noticed that I got a little boo-boo on my nose. So I took a wipe, the Equate nighttime smoothing wipes, and I just pretty much was real careful. I grabbed the little corner of it and I just wiped it off. And then now that I'm done with my eyes, I pretty much wiped up all the fallout. Oh, there's Sparky again. And I'm pretty much wiping all the fallout from underneath my eyes. That way when I do my face makeup, there's no fallout, and so on and so forth. And now my skin's all smooth, and now we're gonna move on to some lashes. And then now with lashes, I'm using the Ardell Wispy lashes. These are my favorite lashes ever. And I'm gonna use the Kiss strip lash adhesive, the brush type. Everyone likes the little, like, the squeezy tube, but I'm obsessed with the brush type because it's so much easier. And I take this and I apply it. And as you saw also, I use tweezers to apply my lashes. And it takes me a little minute because I kind of go a little crazy. And then when I got it on, I do a little happy dance because I'm going to get some lashes on my eyeballs because I absolutely despise my normal lashes. And I kind of let them dry. As you can see, I'm flipping them around, all around. And when they're good to go, I take the tweezers and I pretty much I put the lash on kind of sloppy. And then I take, as you can see, and I just plop it on there. And then I take the tweezers and I just kind of fix the ends to the best of my ability without them, fucking up my eyeliner. And then I do the other side and I just kind of press it to my lid. And that's pretty much how I do my lashes. If you want a better depth tutorial, just let me know in the comments. Now that I'm done with my eyes, almost, I'm going to take some NARS Creamy Concealer, some Maybelline Master Camo in the pink shade, and I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to pretty much... Oh, and that e.l.f. Precision Brush, the newest one that they released, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I was using a dupe beauty blender, but I need to get a new one, so I'm kind of using this brush for the time being, and I'm obsessed. So I'm just going underneath my eyes, kind of putting quite a bit, because your girl don't sleep, you know what I mean? So I do the camo first, and then I do the concealer right on top, because it's a concealer that actually matches my skin. And I do the camo everywhere else on my hot spots that I have acne. Underneath my chin, I actually get some acne there, weirdly enough. And when I do that, after I get all my hot spots on my face, and if you want a skincare routine, just let me know also how I get my pretty decent clear skin. And then I take the setting spray after I put everything together, and I take the brush and I spritz it together, kind of like how you would wet your beauty blender, but I do the same thing to my brush. And I spray, and then I just go to town. I blend the whole thing together. It takes me quite a bit, as you can see, because I have to make sure it's even. Since I don't wear foundation, I still don't quite use foundation. As you saw in previous videos of mine, I absolutely kind of despise foundation because I hate the feeling of it. Until I get the right foundation, I won't wear it. So, I'm just going to blend because I got to make it match. You don't want that ugly line on your chin that it's a total miscolor. And yeah, so just keep blend. And I go underneath my nose, on my lip, and then the sides of my cheeks and my hot spots, and just do my whole face pretty much. It's good enough, decent coverage. I love pairing the Tarte and the NARS concealers together because one's creamy and one's very matte, so it pretty much just balances out, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I wish I got the Tarte one in a different shade. So now that I'm done with blending my entire face, I'm going to take some Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 1 Fair. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush from Vanity Planet, and I'm just going to dust my whole face. I don't use a whole lot because I have combo skin. I'd rather not, feel like a cake, you know what I mean? And pretty much just buff my whole face and so on and so forth. And now we all done with that, and I'm going to, do some highlight. This is my favorite part. I am using the Becca one in the shade Opal. And I'm going to take the setting spray and the Morphe M501 brush, and I'm going to spray the freaking crap out of it. And once I'm doing that, I'm going to go ham on the highlighter and just go to the very inner corners of my cheeks, and I'm just going to go ham. Right where you would put your blush. That's why I put my highlight, because I don't wear brush. I don't wear blush anymore, excuse me. Then I go to the high points of my eyebrow, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other cheek, go right for the inner corner, and then just bring it up right around the high points of my face, right above my brow, and it looks so glowy. I love it. go on my nose, my lip, and then my chin. I don't do my chin as much as I probably should because it's quite glittery. So now that that's done, I'm going to take the brush with some excess shadow on it. I'm going to go underneath my eyes. And I'm pretty much just putting the first 2 shades, blending it out, make sure it looks good. And now for my favorite part, do some lips. I'm using the LA Girl lip liner in Cabaret. And I'm just going to line pretty much my whole lips. These lip liners are very creamy actually for the price point. I'm pretty sure they're like $1.99, and I'm just going to line my whole lips. I don't overline at all. I just pretty much follow my natural lip line, and I'm just going to go follow my line and then just kind of fill it in just a little bit. That way it doesn't look uneven when I apply my lipstick. Well, in this case, when I'm done lining, I'll be using a lip gloss, but the lip gloss that I will be using is the one by NYX. And as you can see, I just mashed my lips together, and I'm using this one, but it's in the shade Madeline. I've got this so long ago, I need to change it because it's probably getting really old. So I'm just going to pretty much put quite a bit of lip gloss on top. This is so not sticky, and that's why I'm absolutely obsessed with this one, because the NYX lip glosses, the butter glosses, they are not sticky. And I love it because I absolutely despise lip colors that are sticky. And I just go all around, up and down. And now that I'm done, I'm going to take the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and I'm just going to spray my whole goddamn face. And I'm just going to spray, 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 spray. And I'm done. And then I'm so happy. And I am going to now take this clip out of my hair, fix it all up. And alright, you guys, this is the finished look. I really, really hope you enjoyed. Leave me some comments down below what you think. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you in the next one.